Hello, I'm Emma Reitz, and I'm going to be briefing the case of Whitney versus California. First of all, what are the facts surrounding this case? This case was first argued in October of 1925, then re-argued in 1926, and then finally decided in May of 1927. It surrounds the person of Charlotte Anita Whitney, who was a local of California, born and raised in San Francisco. Whitney was convicted of aiding the organization of the Communist Labor Party of California, participating as a member of this organization, and also assembling with it in the year of 1919. Whitney's actions were found to be criminal as they violated California's Criminal Syndicalism Act. This act was put into place in 1919, but has since been repealed, which occurred in 1991. This act made it unlawful to advocate for any radical economic or political change by means of violence or crime. In addition, it restricted an individual's rights to both free speech and freedom of assembly. Whitney claimed that, first of all, this violence that had been threatened and had possibly ensued was not intended on her part. And secondly, that the syndicalism law denied her the rights provided in both the First and 14th Amendment. The question that was asked by the court in this case was whether or not the California Criminal Syndicalism Act violated the First and 14th Amendment, specifically in regards to freedom of speech, assembly, and the fundamental rights included within the term liberty. The ruling of this case found that this act did not violate either the First or 14th Amendment, and that all fundamental rights categorized as liberty are protected by the Constitution, including that of both free speech and freedom of assembly. The analysis of this case demonstrates that, first of all, the right of both assembly and free speech, while protected, are not absolutes. This is because the exercise of these rights can and will be restricted in cases where the state requires protection from destruction and injury, whether political, economic, or moral. And in the case of Whitney and this communist group, the threat of destruction and injury was both political and economic in nature. The petitioner of this case, Charlotte Whitney, her actions raised a serious and imminent threat to both the state of California and the people therein. And in addition, instant violence was anticipated and pushed on behalf of this communist group. Therefore, the California Criminal Syndicalism Act did not violate either the First or 14th Amendment or any of the liberties found within either of those amendments. The conclusion of this case. The case found that the California Criminal Syndicalism Act was upholding both the First and 14th Amendments, and therefore Whitney's appeal to the California Supreme Court was denied. This was a short brief of the case of Whitney versus California, which was decided in 1927. Thank you for watching.